Hey everybody, welcome back. Here is the second game that I pulled from the replay pack here. We've got Watchog and, who knows, just some dude on ladder on an alt. Seleukus. Sure, whoever that is. Somebody awesome, I'm sure. But yeah, Watchog is the reason that I picked this game. He's the guy that I know. No clue who the other guy is, and some of you might already know this, but even though people give Watchog a hard time and he's kind of a meme or whatever, and he's a really good sport about it, in reality, he's actually a pretty solid ADV player. He consistently hovers around the high 14s, low 15s. He's done all right in the tours that he's played in. He's beaten some players that are considered really, really good. He has room for improvement. Maybe he could diversify himself on the teams that he plays, blah, blah, blah. But Watchog can play, for sure. Decent player, for sure. And yeah, I think that hopefully maybe this game will show it, even though I've never seen this game and he might be about to get 6-0'd. Here we go. So, Watchog on the bottom, and man, I gotta find an easy way to say that name. Seleukus. I should just call him Joe. But he's on the top. And we've got a Venusaur lead for Watchog, and he's going to switch to a Swampert into Zapdos, which is now going to switch to a Lax. That was baiting an HP Grass to try to scout that out, but Sealy didn't fall for it. He opted for Gengar here, and in comes Moltres for Watchog, trying to come in on Will-O-Wisp. Lucky that Hypnosis missed there. Moltres is not the poke that you want to be put to sleep, but he's going to be put to sleep here, which... that's kind of a frail mon to take a nap. I don't know that I love that start for Watchog. Seems like a clear disadvantage in the early stages of this game, but we'll see how it plays out. And it's interesting that Watchog has both Moltres and Zapdos on the same team. That is not typically the case. In fact, I would say that it is quite rare that they are together. But that's what we've got here today, and we'll see how that plays out. Thunderbolt finds a 10% power on the Lax. Jirachi coming in for Seleukus on the top. Body Slam 30% power also kicks in on the Jirachi here, so seems fair to me. Gengar comes in trying to scout for an Earthquake and Fire Blast. Alright, you could scout for that too, so now he knows about that. That means it's probably really unlikely that there's a Shadow Ball as well. Interesting that he goes for Boom. T-Tar here, if it were to come in, would finish off the Lax because of the sand. This works too. So we don't know if Sealy has a T-Tar or not. As I said, it would have insta-killed it if he did. I think I would have liked that play better if he does have it, as opposed to revealing the Dugtrio when you don't need to. But then again, it doesn't look like the Dugtrio is overly useful in this matchup. Not good against Moltres or Zap or Swampert. Okay against Venusaur. And we don't know the last poke for Watchog. So there is a T-Bolt attempt, once again blinked by Swampert, and once again Watchog pulls back to scout for HP Grass. Really disciplined scouting there. He did that more than once, and he is rewarded because he finds, yes, you got me, there is HP Grass. He's going to get a Sleep Powder off here. I'm surprised that Sealy didn't go to Jirachi to blank that. And both pokes are going to skip their turn from Sleep and Power respectively. There's Sleep turn number 2. And there is Leech Seed, so we've seen Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, and presumably the last two moves are Giga Drain, Hidden Power, but it could also be a physical Venusaur with like Stab, Sludge Bomb, and Earthquake. Interesting that he goes for Sleep Powder there. I think the plan was Zapdos stays in, wakes up, and goes right back to sleep. Don't know that I like that play from Watchog. A lot of things have to happen. He has to stay in. Even if he does stay in, he has to wake up. So I don't know that I would have gone for that. But he attempts it anyway. It does not work out, and Zapdos indeed was not ready to wake up as he kills another sleep turn here and remains asleep. Sleep Powder again trying to put the Zapdos back to sleep. Again, I don't know that I like this play strategically from Watchog, but he seems to think that it's really important to keep that Zapdos asleep, so we'll see if he's right. Swampert comes in on Rachi. Ice Beam thought that Zapdos would come in. It didn't. And Hidden Power Grass going to nail him on that. Watchog is way off base with that prediction and gets severely punished with an 86% donk. There's Earthquake and Hidden Power respectively. That is not a good exchange for Watchog. He will lose the Swampert for the paralyzed Jirachi. No bueno. And Jirachi could even stay alive here. And yeah, he's not going to give up his fodder. He gets out of the way, so Watchog flat out loses a poke and falls behind here. Zapdos finally wakes up from its nap. There's Thunderbolt. I think we all know what's going to happen here. Watchog has been insistent on trying to Sleep Powder that thing. And there's BP, probably to Rachi, just to absorb the Sleep Powder because he's already paralyzed. And we don't know what he went for, but that would have been my guess. But Venusaur will be fully paralyzed nonetheless. Here's Dougie. And here's Moltres. Could be a free Rock Slide opportunity here. There is no Rock Resist in sight. Yeah, he's going to go for it. With Swampert down, he's just going to go straight for it. And Zapdos gets nailed by it. That's obviously not going to live another one should he go for it again. And Watchog's last poke, thankfully for him, is in fact a Rock Resist, which he very much needs it to be in this situation. Meta not gaining leftovers. Double Edge here could be trying to go down with his own recoil to some kind of berry, but I don't know that we're going to find out here. Swampert should scare him off, and it does. Hydro Pump there. Hits anything neutrally other than the Venusaur, even better than neutral on the Moltres. Venusaur is going to resist it. Moltres comes in now. And there is Ice Beam doing neutral damage to it, 22%. 3 sleep turns killed for Moltres. Should be able to wake up any time. And Sealy is not going to stay in for a potential HP Grass, which is exactly what happens here. That will be resisted by the now awake Zapdos. And Watchog definitely appears to be on the back foot. Here comes Venusaur. There's Thunderbolt, 27%. Venusaur going to dip to just about half health at this point. No sand in play, and unless the last poke is T-Tar for Sealy, then there's not going to be either. Leech Seed connects with Dougie on the way in. He's got the Venusaur trapped, probably coming in to go for the kill here. Aerial Ace is going to come up short. Does the Giga Drain get off? No, but a Razor Leaf does, and that'll do just fine. Down goes Dugtrio, so we've got ourselves a brief 4-4 situation, but some stuff is in bad shape, very much including this Venusaur, which is now dead, and also the Jirachi on the other side is at 43% and paralyzed. 4-3 advantage for Sealy, and he still has a hidden poke. Zapdos here for Watchog, also not in good shape. Comes in for the Protect. Thunderbolt there very well may have killed him. Trying to lefties up and get out of range. But man, is Watchog on the back foot. He gets a huge critical hit bailout though. Gets a fantastic damage roll and the crit. Exactly what he needs to maybe get him back in this game. Toxic connecting with last poke Kingdra, a nice little surprise. Does not go for the Rain Dance that I thought he would go for. Instead, it's straight Ice Beam to take out the Zapdos. 2 pokes remaining against 3 from Sealy. Here's the Meta who doesn't have lefties. Rachi comes in. Earthquake. No more Rachi. We've got ourselves a 2-2 situation here. Here comes Swampert, very healthy. Has to be careful about Boom here, but that would leave Kingdra against Moltres, which I think Kingdra would be pretty favored in. There's a nasty Hydro Pump, 86%, but Moltres hangs on. We know he's got HP Grass. Swampert's got to be careful, but he doesn't respect it. He stays in and gets nailed by the 4X weakness hidden power. It is now going to be on Kingdra for Sealy here. Could easily sweep with Rain Dance and then 2 water attacks. Hidden power neutral because Dragon resists it. Rain Dance going to activate Swift Swim. Kingdra here, if he has Surf, will be the winner. If he's got Hydro Pump, he has to simply not miss. Goes for the Ice Beam there. Down goes Moltres. Don't know that I love that play because Meta could have switched in, resisted Ice Beam, which would have been a crucial turn wasted. But nevertheless, the water attack here will be good enough, pending a Hydro Pump miss, which does not come. And Watchog is swept away by the current. Swift Swim Kingdra gonna clean him up. And Watchog will not win this one, but we've got ourselves another close battle. Another 1-0 victory in which the last Mon standing is not in great shape. This one, like the previous, was pretty solid and pretty back and forth. Man, Watchog just had a couple of rough ones. The real turning point, I think, was losing the Swampert just for a little bit of damage on the Jirachi. He was obviously not expecting HP Grass, and that really, really devastated him. Beyond that, it didn't feel like he did anything too egregious. I don't think I like Watchog's team, but as far as actual playing, I don't think he screwed up too badly. That Swampert thing really, really set him back. But Watchog also doesn't have a proper special wall outside of the Lax, which seems to be a utility Lax, doesn't seem to have a recovery move. So the Kingdra might have been tough to deal with. Obviously, if Watchog had known that the Kingdra was there, he might have been more conservative about preserving his Lax, because as it turns out, with no sand, the Lax actually is a pretty good counter to the Kingdra. But obviously, he didn't know that at the time, And Kingdra's one of those pokes that you keep in the back as a sweeper, and that is, in fact, what it did. It simply cleans up in this late game. Watchog goes down. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed it. I've got one more for the night, and that's coming up next.